All I wanna do is make the best of my whole day. Thank the Lord up above, get the cream on the side, make you laugh to knowing that's the stuff that I love.
So, welcome back to my channel, y'all. So today I'm going to record a video that I feel like needs to be recorded. Today I am going to talk about Raven Elyse. If you guys don't know her, she is a YouTuber. Now, I swore on my channel things that I was never gonna do. I was never gonna talk about other YouTubers because I ain't got time for the drama, or I was not going to just try to mimic other YouTubers. But last night I saw the video of Raven Elyse's last podcast, and I feel like some of the things that she said needs to be spoken on. Got a burp. Hold on, y'all. It was a little burp, excuse me. So her podcast is called On Another Note. And yesterday she discussed why does she believe in marriage, or no, that's not the time. How she feels about being married and having more children, right? Now, mind you, everything that she said in her video was her opinion. And it's not like law or facts. Like, this is the question that was posed to her, and this is how she answered it, honestly, based on how she feels. Now, one of the things that she said first was that she had thought about like really having another child, and when people asked her did she want to have any more kids, she was quick to say yes. But then she said the more she thought about it, the more she felt like having another kid for her daughter to play with was not a good enough reason to have another child, nor with the state of the world does she want to bring another life into this world. She mentioned global warming. Honestly, I try not to go down that rabbit hole, but for me it would be like, hell, like the kids can't even go to school. Like the kids was rioting at my kids' school the other day. They stole the security guard's bike. Like it was like, it's just, I know that's a petty, very minute example, but it's like, what are we bringing more kids into this world to face, right? This is not to go towards anybody that doesn't have kids, but what she was saying was to have a child so that my kid has a playmate is not a good enough reason, right? And I agree with that. Another thing that she said was how she felt about getting married. Now, when she went down this path, I was enthralled with everything that she was saying. She said that her first reason for not wanting to get married is because she's not a religious person. Now, listen here. I love the Lord. I serve him. She said, I am not a religious person, nor do I pray to Jesus Christ. My first thought was, girl, you're finna lose a whole lot of subscribers, right? But then I thought to myself, I'm the person that's trying to build, hold on, where's my microphone at? Here we go. I'm the person that's trying to build a brand that allows people, or that promotes people to be who they are. And I found myself having thoughts contrary to who I am or the brand that I want to promote. And it was like, you don't have to always people please and say what they want to hear in order to have supporters. Like, I love her. She's one of my top 3 YouTubers, influencers, whatever you want to call it. And that, I will love you regardless of if you love the Lord, if you pray to Jesus Christ, if you consider yourself a religious person, or there's a higher being, or whatever you consider yourself. I'm gonna love you because that's what I was taught. But like I said, when she said that, I was like, whoa, like she's gonna lose subscribers. And then I was like, no, she's living her truth. And if anybody doesn't want to support her because of that, like, who are you? Like, who are you? Who are you? I'm gonna support, like, you have your preference. I do some crazy shit, like, whatever, you know? I do serve the Lord. So what if someone were to tell her, oh, don't subscribe to Simone's channel because she serves the Lord and prays to Jesus Christ and you don't? Like, everybody deserves to stand in their truth. And I applaud her for that. I feel like over the years, she has been growing and growing to become more transparent and more just out there and honest. And I really applaud her for that. another thing that she talked about was dating. And she was talking about how sometimes it's hard for her to date men that have regular 9-to-5s because, is that a glare on my camera, y'all? Regular 9-to-5s because she's a mover and a shaker. Like, she can get up and fly to Dubai this weekend, and then he may not be able to get the time off, etc. She never said anything about his personalities because she said she likes a humble, regular, around the way dude. But even with that, it's like, if I choose that, then I would necessarily have to support him in that. Like, babe, I want to go to Dubai. Like, take the days off, or if you can't take the days off, play hooky, and if you get fired, like, I got you. She was like, that's not what she wants to do. Nor does she want to date someone who, I guess, makes as much money as her or more, because sometimes they do tend to come with a little bit of arrogance. Or if somebody's in her line of work, it might just be a strain because she, like I said, she's a mover and a shaker. She has a daughter. She has things that she needs to handle. And then he might have the same responsibilities, and they just might never meet up. Let me try to get this glare out the camera. Anyhow, and I support that too, because I'm a regular schmegula Joe Mo, and I feel like I said in one of my other videos, my birthday video, like, if you don't have a 401k, a pension, and some stocks, like, I feel like we can't be together, because it's not that I have more than you. It's just that my mind is a little bit in a different direction than yours. Like, you can't be living in the Airbnb. You can't be running a business and all this back taxes. And like, I feel like that's just not where I'm at, nor do I want to associate myself or connect myself with another person. So I understand her at that point. And then I believe someone asked her, like, something about being with a billionaire, and she was like, I'm fine with financially where I am, like my own resources. She says she has a lot of resources, plenty of resources that she's happy with, and you know, she could, like, it's just that the money in someone's life doesn't sway her either way. So I understand that. Again, these are all her opinions and feelings based on her situation. I would like a millionaire, a billionaire, a hundredaire. Like, I'm open to suggestions. Leave a comment if you know somebody. But another thing she talked about was, people are saying, like, oh, don't you want a husband? Because what if something happens to you and, like, you're in a coma and they have to pull the plug? She said, well, I don't necessarily need to go out there and get a husband for that. I have a daughter. I have a very close-knit family. Like, I have friends that I would trust with that decision more than someone that just came into my life. And I just, like, you know what I mean? And I feel her in that, because I don't feel her on the family part, because I feel like if something were to happen to me and I was in a coma, like, my 3 kids, my best friends, that's 5 people, and my daddy, like, that's 6 people. Those 6 people would have to make the decision. Not collectively, but somebody in that group would have to make the decision. I don't necessarily think that even if I got married today, that I would want him to make that decision, because, like, I've been friends with my best friend for over 20 years, the other one over 17 years, and like, they would know me more than a husband I had for 5 years. Don't get me wrong, when I get married, that whole opinion might change, but I felt her on that. Like, if I'm in a coma today, y'all better have a meeting of the minds and figure out what y'all gonna do. But let me tell y'all something. If y'all ever hear that I'm in a coma, come get me. Like, I don't want to die. Not yet. Come get me. I still have greatness to achieve. But like I said, I felt her on that aspect. And I feel like we, as women, some of us idealize getting married. I know I do. I try not to, but I know that I do. And like, some people will tell you that it's not all that it's cracked up to be. But if we are so focused on finding that dream man, that perfect guy who will do X, Y, and Z, then that means we're wasting time not focusing on ourselves, right? True. I'm guilty of that. Like, I'm still in the back of my head, like, he got to be tall, he got to be thick, he got to have a curve. You know what I mean? Like, just whatever I want. I'm still thinking about that. But also, like, I could be using that time to just better myself. Like, not be so thick, have a curve in my waist. You know what I mean? and then maybe the right person will come along. But if the right person never comes along, like, I want to be content and happy where I'm at. So if buying that house by myself is something I have to do because the husband didn't come along, that's fine. If I want to make a 6-figure salary, like, I don't want to have to wait for a man to come behind me and support me. Like, I understand completely where she was coming from. Do I agree with everything that she was saying and why? No. But I want to applaud her for just taking that step to be honest. Like, there are people that are on YouTube that are honest. Like, they write the narrative. They expose only so much. Like, I feel like this was a very transparent moment. She talked about her relationship with her mother and father, how she was uncomfortable talking to them about relationships and sex. Like, that's my testimony too. Like, I didn't feel like I had the opportunity or the level of comfort to sit down and talk to my mom about sex until, hell, I was pregnant. And she said basically the same thing. Like, so I just felt like that podcast was very transparent, was very honest, and it touched on a lot of things that people are not willing to say. And if I could give her the Impressed by Influence award of the year, like, she would get it, because that really touched me and kind of put me on the right direction. Like, I want my channel to be that of honesty, and I don't want to write a narrative that makes me out to look like the victim every single time. Like, I do hurt people, I do disrespect people, I do offend people, and if I'm telling you a story about my life, I'm going to do my best to incorporate every aspect of the story. And if I get made out to look like the villain in a situation, that's fine. But I'm not always the victim or the aggressor. Like, it's either or. But like I said, I applaud her for going out on that limb and saying the things that she said, and not having the, oh my God, I'm gonna lose subscribers if I don't say this, or if I don't say that, or if I don't feel this, or if I don't feel that. Like, I am proud of her. I mean, I guess whatever that means, I'm proud of her, because a lot of people are not out there being that honest. And Raven Elyse, if you ever see this video, which I hope you do, I'm proud that you expressed yourself and that we have differences, and I still want to support you. Like, I still love you. I still love Syair. Like, nothing's changed. It's just that I know who you are, and I respect that. One day you'll know who I am and respect me too, girl. But I love your podcast. Keep doing you. One day, I don't know, one day we'll be doing a vlog together, a meetup, whatever. You got to put things out into, existence, put it out there. But let's try to focus more on being honest with others as well as being honest with ourselves, and stop people pleasing. Okay? I will see you guys in the next video. Holla at your girl.
All I wanna do is make the best of my whole day. Thank the Lord up above, get the cream on the side, make you laugh to no end.